Hey, yeah, what's up? The disciple Marshall Occurrence Rain back up in this. Yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video for these Illuminati gang stalkers and the American community that's with them and everything like that. I'm gonna just say this first of all, right off the rip. I don't make empty threats. You know what I'm saying? I'm really a prophet of God. Your community, your American community, is not used to real prophets. Or let's put it like this: there are prophets born in every country and every place, but your community and country is not used to prophets being elevated and getting the dirt off of them and getting the muck off of them and actually shining as the prophet they should be. So that's what I am. You know what I'm saying? I may not be perfect, but there is no perfect prophets if you look at the Bible. So you being on the outside of spirituality and Christianity, a lot of you people don't know that there are no perfect prophets. There's no such thing. It's a figment of your imagination of what God's people should look like, and you've never been that, and you've never seen that. So that's imaginary. You know what I'm saying? All in your mind. You know what I'm saying? In reality, as far as human beings, there are no perfect beings. You know what I'm saying? However, they still exist in who they are. You know what I'm saying? They still are who they are. You know what I'm saying? That being said, you playing around a prophet. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get down to business. You know what I'm saying? This is not a street war. You know what I'm saying? I am above street wars. God will destroy 1,000,000 foot soldiers. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to overtake me. He would destroy 1,000,000 goons, 1,000,000 neo-Nazis, 1,000,000 whatever white racist militia needs to be destroyed. I'm no play game. You know what I'm saying? You need to go find somebody on the streets to play with. Playing with me is not going to be your end game. We're going to destroy you, hopefully, and things continue on. You know what I'm saying? What you're trying to do because of your guilt and your shame of feeling like now you realize who I am. Now you realize I'm not the person that they say that I am. Now you have, because you're a narcissist, you don't feel sorry for me, you feel sorry for yourself. You feel sorry for yourself because you're a narcissist. You should be feeling sorry for me, but instead, because you're narcissistic, you feel sorry for yourself. That you have to pay the consequences, that you are wrong and that you should die. And now your woe is me, but your woe is me is narcissistic. It's not the woe is me to reach out to other people. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, I don't feel sorry for people that play with people's lives and gang stalk people. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you at all. I feel like you are the scum of the earth. I feel like the world would be better without you. You are a part of humanity that should be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And let's put it this way. It would be better if you were not here. You know what I'm saying? And that's the bottom line. So I put it in God's hands. I'm not even one of these people that you successfully make panic or any of that kind of stuff. No, it's not gonna happen. I'm the type of, if you read the Bible, there are prophets that, like Elijah, that killed human beings. He sent out the curse of the Lord and the human beings died. Yeah, a curse of the Lord. There is a curse in the Bible. For all you Christians, I'm glad I said this. There is a curse in the Bible that God's people sent out. So if that system or method or dynamic was let's say of cursing or bringing misfortune on people was wrong, then why is it operated in the Bible by God's people? Why did Elijah send out the curse of the Lord to the children? It's some things arrogant American Christians have to realize they cannot explain. They are limited as human beings. You are limited as human beings. You don't know everything. Can you explain why God killed the firstborn of all the children in Israel, in Egypt? Can you explain why God killed all the children, the firstborn, even the people in the dungeons, even if their firstborns in Egypt was killed, and Pharaoh's firstborn was killed? Can you explain why innocent children died? Can you explain that? You can't. You know what I'm saying? And if it happened in this day and time, a lot of you, even Christians, would curse God. If God took the firstborn, if there was a Passover situation here in America, and God, we knew what God said is God's going to take the firstborn, and it happened, y'all will curse God. That'd be the last day. That would be the end of your religion, because you're limited according to your human mind. You're not of God. God will be respected. That's what you people don't understand. You can call it terrorism, you can call it bigotry, you can call it whatever you want. But it's just like a child to stand up in their father's face is not going to be allowed. Even in the human family, you're not going to let your children stand up in your house and tell you what's going on. You looking at them like they crazy because you seen them as an infant, you seen them as a toddler, and they sitting up now in your face like they're a grown man, grown enough, and they're never grown enough ever to sit up in your face and tell you something or anything. You can respect them and you can start to pull them to your level, but at the end of the day, it's when they're in your house, and this is God's house. For all you people that are anti-Christ and anti-God and anti-Christian, go find another galaxy. Go find another galaxy to live in, because this is God's galaxy. Go somewhere. Go to Darth Vader's galaxy. Go to Yoda's galaxy, because I feel like Christians are Darth Vader. We are the people that are despised in the community. We don't go with what everybody else do. We are the Darth Vader. Although we are not darkness, we are not dark side per se. We are the Darth Vader of your community. We are the minority. We're not the majority. Christianity is not the majority. Christian behavior and practices is not the majority, and it is despised. So therefore, we're the Darth Vader of your community. You know what I'm saying? But go find your own galaxy. This is God's house. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to live? You know what I'm saying? You know what to do. Because this is God's galaxy. Yeah, we're going to bring you back down to reality in God's galaxy. You know what I'm saying? Start putting hundreds of millions of these fools to destruction. Not tens of thousands, not hundreds of thousands, hundreds of millions. It's time to get serious. You know what I'm saying? And it's because it's God's galaxy. This is God's galaxy. You go put yourself in the rocket ship and go find some other distant galaxy. If you that persistent on being anti-God, anti-Christian, then don't talk about it, be about it. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Go create your own galaxy and go live there. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, this is God's galaxy. This is God, and you're not going to stand up in God's house and tell God what happens. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get slapped down to the ground. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to see catastrophes is about to hit. Catastrophes is about to hit in America. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not going to allow God's kingdom to be disrespected. In the Bible, that's one thing is not tolerated. You know what I'm saying? And you do it with street people, you do it with other people, but when you play with the kingdom of God and you think you got a challenge on your hand, you are not a challenge. You're just going to be wiped out. God is going to wait until when it's done, no one has no reason to believe why it shouldn't have been done. That's all we're waiting for is the build-up. Once the build-up comes, now everyone will say, well, we understand. You know what I'm saying? They already saying, you Illuminati and all you people around, you telepaths and psychics, you already saying you deserve to die. You already saying it. You're already saying it. So the buildup is here. The buildup of the realization that you deserve what you deserve is here. You know what I'm saying? So, playtime is over officially. You know what I'm saying? And it's no way around it. God is God. I'm not God. So you're going to have the same feel in the air whether I'm in this country or not. You're going to have the same judgment whether I'm in this country or not. You're going to have the same energy in this country because God is on your head. You know what I'm saying? You put money on people's head. God puts judgment on people's heads. Once judgment is on your head, it's nothing can be done for you. I can't do nothing. I can't even do nothing for you because God has his own mind. God is like, hey, wait, hold up. But I see it the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to stay on their head. No matter how I feel, no matter if I'm in sin or not. So you think that me being in sin or not in sin is the whole catalyst to whether it happens, it doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? God is on your head regardless. Because God is now paying attention to you. Like, wait, hold up. On his own mission. You know what I'm saying? That's what the situation is. You think it's me on your head and it's God is on your head. I'm gonna say that again. You think it's me on your head and it's God that's on your head. It's his judgment that's on your head. Have you seen me lift any fingers? So we need to pull all you little reptile believing, antichrist believing, weirdo believing people out of those false realities and bring you to reality. I'm sitting here in my apartment. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100 because if somebody had the will to destroy you as you think I am, then this would have happened a long time ago. This would have happened back in the civil rights times. This would have happened back when the police shootings were going crazy from Ferguson on forward to the present time. This would have been happening. You know what I'm saying? This is God on your head. You know what I'm saying? And like Americans like to do, you want a punching bag. You want somebody to blame. You want somebody to look to and say, that's the reason why it's happening. Because it's easier for you to believe in that than to believe in the truth that God is on your head. It's easier for you to believe that some person, crazy and strange as it is and impossible as it is, it's easier for you to believe in something tangible, connecting the whole fault to someone tangible. It's easy for you to fault somebody that you see. You know, and in reality, man, it's God on your head. You know what I'm saying? And once God is on your head, man, it's nothing you can do. You in a cartoon world thinking one man can pull your whole community down. No, y'all all challenge one man, and because of that evil, that right there caused God to put judgment on y'all head. It's the evil that you did that is causing the judgment to be on your head. It makes perfect sense. If a rally of people did something wrong, those rally of people get judgment from God. It ain't because of the one person. It's because of the whole multitude of people and what they did, which makes perfect sense. If a multitude of men raped a woman, you can blame the woman and say, well, this woman cursed us because of what we did. No, it's not because she didn't curse you. You cursed yourself. You raped a woman. Okay? So it's easier to blame her, which is ridiculous, when it was you that was at fault. It's you that did what you did, and you still thinking it's the woman that cursed you, and it's your own actions that cursed the multitude of the people. Your own actions cursed you. You know what I'm saying? Just like a woman being raped, gang raped. The men say, well, this woman, she cursed us. She must be a witch. No, bruh. You in superstitious world. You cursed yourself when you raped a woman. And if it was 100 of you, then 100 of you be cursed. If it's 1,000,000 of you, it's 1,000,000 of you to be cursed. If it's hundreds of millions, then it's hundreds of millions to be cursed. But it's not the person, it's you. It's your actions. That's how that goes. You know, I guess I have to point this out because I guess people are just, they have no sense of spirituality and spiritual discernment and spiritual accuracy. You know what I'm saying? So you know, people say for one person, do this deserve to happen? Everybody deserve to suffer? Well, you have to look at it like this. Okay? God's judgment comes on the country, right? For what people are doing in this country. Will it be every single person that is innocent? I mean, guilty? No. Obviously, every person will not be guilty, but it comes a point in time in a nation where there's enough guilty people for the country to be judged. And you don't want to hear it, and you don't. That's why you have to. That's why us as prophets, we ring the alarm. When stuff is getting out of control and we ring the alarm, but y'all don't want to hear it. Uh, um, we are the spiritual janitors, if you will. You know what I'm saying? We are the ones that see, okay, things are getting out of control. It's time to clean this up. It's time to do this. It's time to do that. You know what I'm saying? But you hate us. So once it's out of control, and it is too much uncleanliness, then now judgment comes, and it doesn't matter that it's empty, innocent people. It's enough people guilty. You have to look at what the problem actually is and then get understanding from that. It's enough people guilty, okay, for judgment to come on the entire nation at this point. I'm gonna say it again for the slow people. Okay? It's enough sin and destruction going on in this country. It's enough people guilty of that to bring judgment on everybody. Okay? So that's what it is. And that's the formula that you need to look at. Stop looking at God's people. I don't know why you're here. You need to be looking at people that's causing the problems in your community, because that is why judgment is here. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Looking at me is going to do you no good. It's going to make it worse for you in actuality. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just letting you know, man. You know what I'm saying? I know how this go. I know how this go. You know what I'm saying? And God doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? God does not change. God does not change, man. You know, he doesn't change with the times. God is the same today, yesterday, and forever. The same. You know what I'm saying? His ways are the same. The way he do things, his feelings about sin, his feelings about everything. Everything. Carnality, all of that. Nothing has changed. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, the humanity has changed. And you're at the point where you think you don't need God. You're out of control. Now you see God is real, because the more closer we get to the end of times, is the more spiritual the world is going to become. Just abnormal things happening, you know, spiritually speaking. So, you know, for people that have played with my life, man, you're gonna have to make a decision. You're gonna have to make a decision to either leave or bring judgment on these people, on innocent people. God's not gonna give you. When God talks, you need to hear me, because when God comes in the room, it's over. He's not finna you're not finna sit up and insult God's and who he is. He doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You get to wrestle with me and talk and play with me, but you don't get to wrestle and play with God, man. You know what I'm saying? He gonna leave you crippled. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you need to understand, you know, playing with me is gonna get you nothing but detriment. This is not a street war. This is a spiritual war. That's for all you people who think you're spiritual. You're still carnal, because you walk by natural things. You walk by tangible things. Even to do your curses and hexes, you use tangible elements. You use the elements of the earth. We dominate the spiritual world. Y'all are nobodies in our world, as far as rank goes. Like, you have rich and celebrities and all that. We are the spiritually rich. Y'all are nobodies in our world. See, what the rich and the famous try to do is try to be somebodies in our world, and because there's somebodies in their world already. You're already somebody in your own world, in this tangible world, and then you try to come and be somebody over here. You're nobody over here. You're a nobody over here. And that's why people don't want to let my life go. That's why they don't like to let spiritual people lives go, because you're spiritually a bum. You're spiritually a homeless person. That's what you are. And you feed off of other people's environment. You feed off another person's environment. Just like a man that panhandles in front of the store, it's like you panhandle in front of my environment. Boom. You panhandle in front of my spiritual environment. You're open. You're standing, laying down, making a pallet, sleeping in front of my spiritual establishment. It's your spiritual bum. You can't let go of the goodness that you smell, just like a homeless person smell the pizza coming out of the store, out of the Pizza Hut. You know what I'm saying? You drawn to that. You know money is coming through there. You know food is in there. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing as a man of God, woman of God. You know what I'm saying? It's a spiritual establishment. You smell the pizza coming out. You see the customers, you see the food, you see the notoriety, you see the respect. And you wicked people, or you astral projecting witches and warlocks and telepaths. You are nothing but spiritual bums. Why you think that you're high ranking, because the natural man is not connected to spirituality, so he thinks you're high ranking spiritually. In our world, you're not high ranking. When you actually come over to the spiritual world, to our world and the legal laws that exist here, you are not the highest ranking. You have no high rise establishments, if you will. You have no great metropolises in the spiritual world. Although you think you do, it's always connected to the natural world. It's your wickedness is attached to the natural world. When it comes to the whole full thereof spiritual world, you're a spiritual bum to us. That's what you are. You have to tie your power to the natural world. Monies, manipulating powers that's in the world. That's what you have to do. The witches and warlocks and the telepaths and psychics, y'all gotta still somehow connect y'all powers to the natural world. You know what I'm saying? Us, we are totally in the spiritual world. We are totally in it. We don't feed as a lifestyle ourselves the things according to the natural world. We feed totally in the spiritual world. We perceive, our perception lies totally from the highest ranking in the spiritual world. You know what I'm saying? Our perspective comes from the highest ranking in the spiritual world. Your perspective comes from the people that's high ranking in the natural world. Money, greed, evil. Although you think you're spiritual, you're still tied to the natural man's ways and wickedness. You are not totally in the spiritual world. You're tied back into the natural world because of your wickedness. Although you may have spiritual gifts, the carnality, the wickedness of your heart ties you back down to the natural, tangible world and keeps you from going to higher spiritual planes. So you're spiritual bums in our world because you tied back down here, just like a natural man that doesn't know God. He's a spiritual bum. You're all spiritual bums. You're spiritual homeless people outside of my establishment. And as long as you stay outside of my establishment, panhandling and all that like that, you know what I'm saying, God's going to bring judgment. This ain't no hangout. My environment is not no hangout. My environment is not a place for you to be a bum at. Just letting you know. So judgment is coming on hundreds of millions. And like I said, it's already enough people doing wrong in this country. You know what I'm saying? While you're looking for a catalyst for destruction, you yourself is the catalyst for destruction. You're blaming the people of God for being catalysts of destruction against your country. You yourself, according to the word of God, is already a catalyst in itself for doom. You are already an impending doom on yourself. No one has to do it for you. You, America is your own worst enemy. You're literally killing yourselves. And you think somebody else is killing you. Come on, man. Get yourself together, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop living in the la-la world. when you killing yourselves and destroying yourselves and doing things you know that obviously is bringing judgment, things that you know that brings back bad energy. You know what I'm saying? You know these things bring back bad energy, but you ignoring that part and then looking at other people to be a catalyst to bring destruction on your country when when you're ignoring the obvious things that are the catalysts for bringing destruction on your country. Come on, man, stop playing. You're not in the same world in America that you used to be. You know what I'm saying? You got to admit that this is not the '70s when people used to listen to Smokey, listen to Smokey Robinson, cruising together, going to the beach. This is not the '70s, man. Listen to Smokey Robinson, man. You know what I'm saying? This is not the '70s. You know what I'm saying? This is not that same energy. The '80s, that same energy that was in the air. When you can go out there, go outside, and Christmas felt like Christmas. You could feel Christmas in the atmosphere. I'm an '80s baby. You know, I'm 40 years old. I'm an '80s baby. I remember when you could feel Christmas in the atmosphere. You could feel the holidays. You could feel that energy. You could feel it. You know what I'm saying? It's not those times no more. You know, and you have no one to blame but yourselves. You have no one to blame but yourselves. And that's what you want to ignore. You want to ignore the obvious. That's you're being biased. You're being biased because in a very evil, extreme way to look at other people that are not the problems, but not look at your country that is obviously the problem. You're being detrimentally biased. I can't help you with that.